Hey, Kings of Dragons, Dragon King 551, and we are back with another Michigan breakdown video. The boys keep dancing. They're returning to the Final Four the first time since 2018. Yes, it's been 8 years. They returned to a scene of a crime where they have advanced before, and heartbreak in those national championships of 2013 and 2018. But I trust Dusty May with my life. That man is returning to a familiar place where he would have went up against UConn in 2023. He led his team to the Final Four with FAU. And FAU, yes, they had less talent and they had a smaller team, but sometimes less is more. And March is you know, expect the unexpected, and things happen. And it is what it is. Michigan will go up against another Titan, which will be Arizona, and it's going to be a slugfest out there. It's going to be, guard play has to be important. The bigs have to get touches and paint touches, and Lendenborg's got to be on his game, and he's got to have a big game for him. And ultimately, that's what's going to happen. But I did tell you guys, you can't have that mindset of expecting to win and stuff because teams will show you up. It doesn't matter how good your regular season is. When you play a close game, that's the sorry ass excuse you're going to get. And I'm talking about Duke getting exposed. They didn't deserve to be the number one seed. They didn't deserve to be the number one team in the country. And it shows. Michigan and Arizona are the two teams that I think that you would be more afraid of because they got to the Final Four. They're a complete package. And the thing with Michigan is Michigan can do whatever you want. You put them in a bad scenario, they know how to get out of it. You want to run the pace with them? We'll run the pace. You want to slow the game down? We'll slow the game down. You want to speed it up? We'll speed it up. But at the end of the day, Michigan knows what's up, and it's just a thing of beauty. With that being said, let's go into stat lines. Let's talk about the Tennessee game. And there's just a couple of things here. The team did not show up. Look at that. 48 to 26 in the first half. The second half, they scored 10 more points, but it was 47 to 36. We just put an avalanche of points on them. And it was just up 22 and then scored another 11 points and put us up 33. And that's a problem. When you look at this team, Tennessee already, only had two good players. They had Gillespie, or Gillespie, whatever his name is, Gillespie, I think it is, 21 points, and then Oak Okbara with 10. And those are your only two guys that really helped your team out. And you didn't do your job. With Michigan, on the other hand, though, we got players doing their job. We got we got Johnson with 12. We got Lendenborg with 27, the lead scorer, and everything else. And then we got Morrow with 11. And those three guys, the bigs got their job. Yeah, Lendenborg got his, but finally they got in double digits because they didn't have double digits last game. Elliot Cadeau had 8 points though, and that was great. And then you got Roddy Gale with 8, and then you got Trey McKenney and Namari Burnett with 10. So you got two other guards that came in and helped and got double digit points. And again, that's five guys in double digits and everything. And when you look at that, and then Charlie May hit a three at the end, but like that doesn't really matter. We were up so big, but Roddy Gale had 8 points, and then you had other guys coming in, and it worked. There were at least seven different guys that had 8 points on the team or whatever, and you know Elliot Cadeau doesn't have to always have 15, 28 points a game or something like that. You know, he moved around the ball a lot and he had 10 assists. He was almost had a double double and everything else. And he moved the ball around. And that's what you need from a point guard. It's not all about points. Point guard and guard play is not always about points. It's about good dribbling, good passing, getting other players to get it. And now we go into the highlights. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about everything. Tennessee tried to control the tip, and somehow Michigan got it. But then, we didn't even go on a run, and then Tennessee was able to get it. They got 1-3, and then I thought it was going to be a 3-point barrage. Oh my God, a steal. What the hell? Terrible pass. Terrible pass, and then a three is good. And, this is what I'm talking about. This leads, and we're going to use orange today, fellas. It's just a good pass here. He's wide open, and then Cadeau has to come down, and, Cadeau is here. He has to come down and go there, and it's a little too late into it. Um, we can't have these forced passes and stuff. Just bring the ball up the court. Don't try to pass it into a swarm of players like that, because that's going to be a problem against Arizona. And it's just a good pass there, and Cadeau can't get out fast enough, and it's a three. But then Mara's got a guy here, and oh my goodness, he lost the ball, and Namora he tries going up. I think he got fouled. Oh, they didn't even show the two that Mora got, but he got fouled there. And I think Namora got both shots, so that was good. Ooh, rejected there a little bit, and hello. Spins off glass. Cadeau keeps getting knocked down, though. Hopefully they do call a charge, because these refs have been horrible. Another terrible pass there, and Cadeau gets thrown to the ground. And, they can't get back, and it's just like terrible passing. And this is where you were concerned for Michigan because you're like, oh my goodness, it's going to be another crazy game of 5 points off turnovers and everything. Whatever. I forgot to do the team stats, but you get my point. It doesn't really matter. Michigan was just slaughtering them towards the end and everything. Good job by Mora there. Let's see. Good passing here. Lendenborg's got the ball. You want to drive it, Lendenborg. You want to drive it. Go at him. Yep. Go right up and just say, excuse me, I fell, but I still got it and made it 12-9. And they were just in trouble here. I mean, this guy is good though. 13 was real good. I mean, he was real good. But, it's just stay with your man and, don't come over and overcommit and, stay with your guy. And I don't know how he hit that one, but that was just good because Roddy Gale just slipped under the screen too late. Trey McKinney says, I don't care though. Let me try mid-range, and it works. And it's tied at 14 apiece. I like that. That worked perfectly. Lendenborg staying with his man, and I mean, oh, come on, get it. Yes, good rebound there. That's tough, but good rebound. And then Lendenborg accelerates and one. Yes, sir. That's a good reverse by Lendenborg. So you get the rebound here by Cheddar. Then Lendenborg just kind of goes up the floor, and he's able to just kind of get that easy bucket. He sees an opportunity. Cheddar says hello, gives it to Cadeau, and then Lendenborg goes up the floor. Excuse me, pardon me, and goes through guys and says, "There's some contact there. I'm gonna get it," and one, and he does, and the fans are loving it. And that is beautiful. I mean, excuse me, let's watch this again. Get out of my way! I'm a freight train. And gives it to Lendenborg again. And look, there he goes, pushing the pace, gives it over to Gale in the corner. See, this is what I'm talking about. You have I think this is Lendenborg with the ball here. I know it's a little blurry. Sorry, we're in pause mode. And Gale is just here. Gale's cutting through. He's going to go right to the corner here. Obviously, it's off screen. And then, Lendenborg comes up, sees it, and gives it right to him. And that's just a beautiful, play there. Gives it, sees it. Oh, excuse me, pardon me, fakes. And then nobody's over there to commit. And it's an easy three for Lendenborg. And then gives it over there. Another pass. Yes, smart. Fades, and Cadeau kicks out to the three. And you see, this is what I'm talking about too. So here's what's going to happen. Lendenborg has this space. He can shoot the three if he wants to, but there's 8 seconds on the clock. And you know what? He's going to drive instead. What that happens is that you got one here, one here, and one here. So what happens is that 3 guys are going to collapse here. But then what Cadeau does is that he steps out, gives that driving lane to Lendenborg, steps out here, and Lendenborg gives him a good pass. Then this guy comes over, and it's a little too late for that. And that's just smart basketball. Excuse me, I'm gonna pop out here, and then you're not gonna come over fast enough, and that's a three, and I'm gonna make you pay. Give it to Mora down low. Mora. He says he's too small. I don't care about you. Ah, get out of my way. Oh, I'll spin the other way. Ah, 30-16. Michigan was just playing nuts, out of their mind and stuff. Cadeau goes down the lane, gives it over there, extra pass, beautiful. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You have Cadeau, and Cadeau cuts inside. Nimari Burnett passes out here, right? He's out here. He pops out here. He could take the three, right? But there's a guy in his face that's going to come here. This guy is not even there. He sees it and then fires over here, and Lendenborg's over here, and he says, let me just fire that three, and it works. And, I mean, that's just going to work. Because, see, everyone collapses. He's confused, and then comes over to Nimari, goes over to command, and then the other guy's wide open. And sometimes that happens in zone. You're not playing man, so therefore it's bad. And good cut by Nimari Burnett. Just kind of goes underneath, goes to the other side. And they're losing their mind as they got to call a timeout. This guy, though, was real good. I can't complain. This guy was able to get a couple of good shots. But, Lendenborg has good defense there. His hands are up. I'm not going to complain completely about that. You got your hands up. Just kind of stay with the man. And Gale, oh my goodness. But you know what? That guy misses. So even though Gale is short and stuff, he's only 6'5", he still affects the shot regardless of guy being 6'8" or whatever. Oh my goodness. Cadeau with the cut. What a play there by Cadeau. And see, you're up big. You're up 20. But this guy, this is one where Gale can't do anything. He tried getting the jump ball, but it didn't work there. And then another one. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Once again, this is what I'm talking about. You see, Cadeau is already driving. He's got 1 and 2. He's got one orange shirt here. He's got one orange shirt here. He's got a guy here. Those three guys are going to collapse. What happens up here? Excuse me, I'm Yaxel. I'm just going to pop out over here. He's going to cut here, pop it back over here, and then Lendenborg is going to make him pay with that three. And, that's just flat out too easy. 3 guys down low, 4 guys down low, and you know what? Ball's already gone, and that three is good, and you're up 21 points. And, everything else, shake and bake on Cheddar, he's got to step out a little bit better. I don't say he's a liability necessarily. I just don't think that he should be doing that. And then this one, I mean, you got a smaller body on you, a mismatch. Mismatch. Oh, my. Oh, man, get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Yes, way to get the ball. 43. And here comes Cadeau. Oh, another cut. Beautiful there. Nimari has it, but then he sees Yax and just gives it right off to Yax. And that's a beautiful play there. See there? There's a good cut. And then Yax comes over and gets an easy layup. Beautiful there. And they got to use a timeout again. This is it, though. This is 9 seconds left in it. I mean, and stay. Yeah. Oh, good play. And there it is. And that's how you end the half. See, this is what I'm talking about. So you got 2 guys open here. This is what I'm talking about. Cadeau once again is driving. Nimari's asking for it, right? I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys basically inside. So Cadeau's got options. He can go here. He can definitely go over here, which is dangerous. But you know what he finds? He finds the Yax. And Yax is right here. He finds him here. Says, I'm just going to kind of connect here. Then Yaxel gets a guy on him. One of the guys comes over, and Yax then throws it to Trey McKenney, which is probably our best three-point shooter other than Yaxel Lendenborg. Also really good from the line, 91% for Trey McKenney, 83% for them. And he fires right in and makes them pay. And those are just good passes. Well, oh, over there. No, excuse me, pardon me. No contention. I got the ball, and I'm going to end the half. And that's how that half ends 48 to 26. And that's a big half game. Second half, baby. Second half. Michigan is just going to continue to flatline them. They have no pulse. They've lost this game. It's not a mismatch, and he just gets thrown to the ground. And Yak says, "Let me clean that up. I got this." 50 to 26. 17 points for Yaxel Lendenborg, and this guy is asking for it. He's like, I can post. And he does. And that's a beautiful post. A game recognizes game. You can't complain with that. Here comes Cadeau. Cadeau down the line. Gives it to Mara. Mara says, I'm just going to clean it up. There's no one big enough to contest me right now. I'll dunk it. Namari is in trouble. Namari gives it. And Mara says, let me shoot a three. Bang! It's gone. Oh, man. And he can shoot threes. Mara, nicely done. Largest lead of the day for them. Oh, I mean, that's tough. Johnson has got to stay closer together when he's got that matchup. Hopefully, he does it against Arizona. Missed, and, that's that. Oh, accelerate Yaks. Running the floor. It's Yam time! On your head. Yam time. Excuse me, go right through coast to coast. Excuse me, I'm a freight train. Get the hell out of my way. Good congestion there, my Yaxel Lendenborg. And Yax could get it again, gives it to Namari. Namari says, let me fire a three. I got this. And he does, and that's good. Namari Burnett. Beautiful play there. That's just a good pass out, and Cadeau finds it. And then Yax says, let me shoot a three. I don't care if you're contesting me. I got a heat check on it. And he makes it. And then Mara's got it. Mara says, excuse me, pardon me, I'll just give it to Cadeau here. Cadeau gives it to Yax. He's got a mismatch down low again. Beautiful pass there. Yax is, it's not always about posting up. Posting this way with your body turned. It's turning the other way to the basket and everything. A good transition there. And that's what Yax did on that last play. Posting the other direction. Yax has got it again, and he says, I'm going to follow, though. I'm like John Moran. I fly in there like a madman. And he's got it, 69-38. Excuse me. Another good one there. I mean, they stepped off the gas pedal a little bit, but then they reestablished themselves. So can't complain too much. Oh, my goodness. That's called the seal. That's not a screen. Number 8 seals Yaks because you can't contest there. It's a post-up screen. And then, dribbling into double coverage like that. Come on, man. You can't do that. Dribbling right into the trap. Don't do that. That's going to be tough when you play Arizona. 3, 2, 1. Oh, man, and blocked, and yep. That's a shot clock violation, and that is just beautiful defense by Michigan. Way to get them there and everything else. But Trey McKinney's got a problem again, and yeah, he does. He's got the mismatch. And that's a problem. You cannot have the mismatch there down low. Oh my goodness, lost the ball and somehow he got it back. You've got to stay with your man. Do not leave your feet. Yeah, give him the screen. Give him the screen, Johnson. Help him out. Slip. Excuse me, pardon me, and I'll get it. And one. Excuse me, pardon me. I'll just come down here. Johnson, way to play. 80. Gale gonna fire. Yes, sir. It's good. Wide open. See, they're broken. Tennessee's spirits are broken. They lost this game. They lost it. Cadeau in trouble. Gives it to Johnson. Nobody's down there. There's no contention. There's no nothing. And, it's just a bad game. And everything else there. Oof, 56. Good high arcing shot. Let's see. Oh, man, another one. They'll score 4 more points, but then that will be the end for them. I don't know what Cheddar was doing there. Let's see. Cheddar's got the ball. Gives it over to there. Ooh, he lost the ball but got it back. Hello, that was a weird ricochet, but it worked for us. And now it's 92 to 58. Oof, and one. I think they missed their shot. Yeah, they do. They got it back, and then, good cut there. Just let him get it. I mean, you got the game won at this point. And this is it right here. This is the final play. I don't even need to tell you this. Charlie May's wide open in the corner. Charlie May's going to fire the three. Bang! It's good. Way to go, Charlie May. 95-62. Good night, Tennessee. And that's the end of the game. 2-1 and everything. One final thing, guys, I am going to share back with you, and that's the team stats. I didn't go into that. Uh, ultimately, I do want to go into the team stats here for Michigan for you guys. So I'm going to go into the team stats here. So Michigan wins ultimately. They got to play Arizona, but here are the team stats. So 52% from the field, that's incredible. 37 from, here, and 73% from the line. They got to do better, but they were hitting pretty good from the line. Got to do better from the line, though. If you want to play Arizona, you play Arizona tough. This is really good. Hopefully, our threes are going to matter. I don't know how Arizona plays. I didn't watch any of their games, but let's move on. Total rebounds 38 versus 37, 7 offensively, 17 for them, 20 defensive boards, 31 for us. 19 assists, a little more unselfish, 12 assists, 8 blocks versus 2 blocks, 6 steals versus 8 steals, turnovers, 10 versus 8. Uh, that was pretty close. Points off turnovers, 9 versus 21 for them. Fast break points, 21 versus 13. Points in the paint, 32 versus 34. And personal fouls. Tennessee had 24, Michigan only had 18, and our largest lead was 34. So that's all I got for you guys. I don't know how we're going to do against Arizona. It's a little nerve-wracking. It's kind of going back to the days of 2023 with Michigan, where the national championship was basically the Alabama versus Michigan football game, and then they went on to dominate Washington in the national championship, winning 34 to like 13 and everything, and winning by 21 points. So we'll see what happens, but that's all I got for you guys. Until next time, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'm praying for Michigan to beat Arizona and see them win that national championship and finally erase the nightmares of 2018 and 2013. I'll see you in the next one.